Hello and welcome to Nmap Part 2 Introduction to the Nmap GUI. Today we're going to be going over uh, Zenmap, the Nmap GUI, and we're going to be continuing to use it throughout this course. Let's get started by opening the GUI, Zenmap. There are two different options. You can do as a base user, or you can do as a root user. I always recommend using the root scan. It allows you to do more advanced things with Nmap, and it allows you to do different types of scans, whereas the base user does not allow you to do all those things. And it can get a little annoying when you need to, and the system just won't let you. Alrighty, so this is basic Zenmap scans interface. You can see here that we have a couple different fields that we can work with. We're going to go into the profiles. So what a profile is it's basically a grouping of options and settings that you can just click on and have the command already be built out for you. For instance, I'm going to show you guys a regular ping scan here. And you can see down here in the command area that it changes from nmap. What was it? Well, the last one was intent scan, so nmap-t4-a-v, which we'll get into what all those mean a little bit later. But for right now, we don't really want to do that. This is a very intrusive scan. It's very noisy, and but it does a lot of things. So if you need something quick and fast to scan maybe a particular system in your network, you can do that. So instead of doing that, we're going to just do a regular ping scan, which is basically going to send an ICMP packet echo request out to the network or to whatever systems you specify, and gets a response back from them. Let's take a look at target. And there's different ways you can set up scan using profiles. You can choose one of the pre-made ones here, like I did, or you can go into here and create a new profile, which we'll get into a little bit later, or you can just simply type it into the command here and make your own just on the fly profiles. Each one is equally valid. Each one has its purposes. Profiles saved ones are pretty nice because you can, let's say you want to scan a particular way every time as soon as you open up Zenmap, and you want a certain type of scan done every time you open it up. And you just want to click on it, you don't want to type it in, you don't want to recreate it. So the saved profiles have their pluses. I typically just use a straight command and type it in myself. It's good for me because I like to see what it says and just kind of write it out myself. I don't know, just weird. So in order to do a target, we need to know what we're scanning. For this purpose, for this part of our demonstration, I'm just going to open up my terminal here and look at what my current network is. If you don't know, it's ifconfig. You can find this in other places. I just use the terminal because it's quick, easy, and pretty straightforward. I'm looking at my Ethernet. Etho0 here at the top. It gives me my IP version 4 address for the network that I'm on, as well as the network mask. I know that I have a 10.0.2.0/24 network. If you don't understand subnets or network IDs or IP addresses, I recommend reading up on that. It's definitely vital for any network administrator, any beginner network administrator either. Both definitely need it. So we're going to just type that into our target, 10.0.2.0/24. And as you can see, when I plug that into my target, it automatically updates here in the actual command itself. And it just puts it in the right place for you so you don't have to do that yourself. I can just do my quick scan now. And it's going to scan my entire network that I'm attached to, and tell me what tools, what other devices are out there on the network. As you can see, came back with 5 hosts and did in about 2.16 seconds. Your computer might be faster, it might be slower. It just depends on your system. For me, that is the speed that it goes. And we have uh, 5 different hosts on our network, and they are automatically populated here in a nice little sidebar. The sidebar is helpful for a number of reasons. It keeps track, and as well, we'll see later more about host details and port scans and the like. But we have our basic scan. We now know these are the hosts on our network. This is not always inclusive. Certain devices may not respond to a ping request. There are deeper ways that you can dive into that, but we're not going to go into it right now. We'll get into that a little bit later. There are different ways of targeting systems. Let's say I didn't want to scan the whole network. Let's say I just wanted to scan the first 10 hosts. How did you do that? Or first scan, do the scan on the first 10 IP addresses. Well, instead of doing this 10.0.2.0/24, we could do 10.0.2-10, and that will give us the top, or give us the first 10 IP addresses that respond. In this case, it's 4 because we didn't include 15. But it shows you only did 10. This way you don't have as much traffic on the network. Yes, it means you would have to do a lot more different types of scans just to do the same amount of work, but it also means you're not as noisy and not as detectable. This is just the basic first scan. This is how you set it up, and this is how you can do a simple scan of everything to find out what's out there. And it's going to cover us for today's lesson. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time.